Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to lay out a realistic Minecraft city. Now, I've gotten many questions of people asking me, hey NDV, how do I lay out my Minecraft city? How do I start off a realistic city? How do I make it look good, you know? How do I separate everything and actually make the city look like a real life city? Now that's a big question, and I'm here to explain to you guys in this video how to lay out your realistic Minecraft city. Before we get into the video, if you guys have any Minecraft cities that you're working on, feel free to join our community Discord server, link in the description down below, and show us your cities and post your builds, because they are awesome. I love getting new inspiration. I love to see the Minecraft city building community come together, which is awesome. So tip number one is to pick where you want your roads to be laid out. Now, you always want to start off with roads in your city, because if you just start off with a bunch of buildings clumped by each other, it's probably not going to look the best, and you're probably not going to know where to go from there. So I always like to lay out my city with these types of roads here. Usually just a double road. You can make them however large you want them to be. The length can be, again, however big you want your buildings to be, and just feel creative. I like to go out by two, one white one in the middle, out two again, with a orange line, and do the exact same thing on this side. And with my sidewalks, I usually like to go up by 3 or 4. Now, you can make the roads bigger, because there's a lot of people I know who like to use either like 4 out with the black concrete, or even 3, because these are a smaller type of road. Now, the roads are always great to have in your city, because once you outline what you're going to do with your roads, then you can start placing ideas for your city. Say you make one road right here, and another road right here. You can kind of get an idea. Maybe you want to put a river beside this road, and maybe in between these you want to have some apartment buildings, and maybe on this side of the road you want to add some smaller apartment buildings. Honestly, it's all up to you, but the first step is just to lay out your roads and get an idea of where you want everything to go. My second tip for you guys is to add districts to your city. Now it's probably like, huh? Districts? What do you mean by districts? Well, by districts I mean you can go ahead and add 3 major types of districts. You have your farming district, you have your commercial district. If you don't know what that means, it's pretty much all your stores and shops you have in your city. And you can also add your city district. Now, of course, this would probably be my city district here, but I do like to combine the commercial district and the city district into one, because then you can add all your stores, all your apartment buildings, and it looks good at the end of the day. Now, usually, if you're aiming for more of a realistic city, you want to add a farming district, because your people are going to need food, and you're going to need lots of it if you're making a big city. Now, another district I didn't really talk about was parks, and I guess you could add that on to number 4. Parks, art, and trees, and just life in your city is a great way to fill up space, and it just looks nice at the end of the day. Now, would you guys rather see a bunch of flat land or this nice terraformed river with trees? I don't know. I love the trees, and I think they just look great. Again, they fill up space, and it's just awesome just looking at the trees. It looks realistic. You have yourself a forest. It just makes your city look clean and good at the end of the day. Moving on to tip number 3 for your city and how to lay out your city is think of just cool build ideas. If you're ever feeling like you need more inspiration on how to build buildings and how to make realistic buildings in your city, go onto Google Maps, literally, go into one of the big major cities you know, go into Google Maps, go into third person mode, and just look at some building ideas. Like, honestly, it's a great way to get inspiration. I just love it, man. You can just get so much cool creative ideas and just start laying out your city with all these awesome builds. Now, if you don't really know how to build that well, I do have a 10-episode Minecraft series where you can learn how to build buildings, and it just shows you the fundamentals of building a realistic city. So yeah, pretty much for that, for tip number 3, is just pick out your buildings, pick a few cool buildings you would like to build, and just write them down on a list to build in your city. I always like to add a big to-do board in the city with all the ideas I have and think of, and just put it down on one big board and just start decking out all the ideas and just start getting right to the work. That's another great step to laying out your Minecraft city. Now, tip number 4 is, yes, stay creative, but you don't want to add a bunch of random stuff. All these awesome builds, but just say there's this random little house right here. It's like, it doesn't match the city theme. Like, you have all these big buildings and just this little house, right? You probably don't want to have things like that if you're aiming for more of a realistic goal. You're probably going to want to have, if you're in one area with your city, you probably just want to have a bunch of main large buildings. Like, you have all these main large buildings and then just have this little shack. You probably don't want to have things like that, and you just probably want to stick to the theme and the main idea. Now, it's okay if you have things like that, because again, it makes creativity and it looks good at the end of the day, but still, if you're aiming for that more of a realistic goal, it might not be the best thing to have. Now, those are my 3 tips, my 3 main tips to how to lay out a Minecraft city. I really hope this video helped you guys out. If it didn't, let me know some things that you like to do to lay out your realistic cities, but I do hope this video helped you out. I hope you can get more inspired to build cities, and just have a great day in general. Thank you for watching. Join our Discord server once again, and if you'd like to support the channel, for 99 cents a month, you can become a member and actually get some cool perks with the video as well. You get some cool members-only posts, members-only Discord server, members-only chats, members-only roles in the Discord. You get all that cool things, and you get cool emojis to use in the live streams. Well, that's the end of the video. Subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave me some video ideas down below. Have a good day, everybody.